Thank you. I think the greatest problem in Ethiopia is the use of starvation as a weapon and the blockade of food aid. But there's another problem as well that is not mentioned in the base text, or at least not mentioned sufficiently. And the purpose of my amendment is to deal with the problem. And that is the problem that since President Abiy declared a national emergency back in November, tens of thousands of ordinary Ethiopian civilians of Tigrayan ethnicity have become the victims of an inexcusable, unconscionable campaign of mass ethnic motivated detentions, where they have been held in conditions that the U.S. State Department has termed unlivable. Tigrayans have reportedly been targeted by police based on a mixture of factors that hint at their ethnic origin. Their surnames, details listed on their identification cards and driver's licenses, even their accents. The mass detentions have also resulted in the seizure of American citizens, UN staff members, and UN subcontractors. According to the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, these developments are all the more disturbing given that most of those detained are reported to be people of Tigrayan origin. Detention conditions are generally reported to be poor, with many detainees held in overcrowded police stations in violation of international human rights standards. And there are worrying reports that many of those detained have not been informed of the reasons for their detention, nor have they been brought before a court of law or other tribunal to review the reasons for their detention, and they've not been formally charged. That is because these tens of thousands of people are being arrested, detained, and in some cases disappeared just because of their Tigrayan ethnicity. Tigrayan detainees include women, children, the elderly. They're held in overcrowded facilities, often without food, water, medical care, or even access to restrooms. There are reports of systemic starvations and beatings. According to the Human Rights Watch, Ethiopian authorities have also arbitrarily detained, mistreated, and forcibly disappeared thousands of ethnic Tigrayans who were deported to Addis Ababa recently from Saudi Arabia following a repatriation agreement. Due to the barring of human rights observers from these detention facilities, conditions could likely be much worse than what we've observed when outside observers have been able to gain access. Equally egregious are the mass detentions of Tigrayans by the Amhara security forces in Western Tigray, which the State Department has described as gravely concerning. The detention of tens of thousands of civilians on an ethnic basis without charges in life-threatening conditions is a human rights violation that demands a U.S. response. That is why U.S. Mission Geneva Charged Affairs Benjamin Moling exhibited when he said in December, "We condemn the use of starvation as a weapon of war, which the Ethiopian government has done by blockading humanitarian access and detaining thousands of ethnic Tigrayans under life-threatening conditions." As I pointed out, some of those detained are U.S. citizens. My amendment ensures that when we look to suspend sanctions, and I hope that there's progress that would justify that, it's conditioned not only on a ceasefire, but also the release of these tens of thousands of people imprisoned only on the basis of their ethnicity. And certainly, as someone of Jewish heritage, I can't really express just how horrifying it is that police would roam a countryside and arrest people, take them into custody solely based on their ethnicity. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment that I yield back.